Joined now by our female high school athlete of the week, presented by Distinct Ink. It is Aliyah Green of Andover basketball, a repeat winner here from Andover. Not like we haven't seen her before. She's been great this season for the Trojans and picked up a pair of double-doubles last week for Andover. Aliyah, kind of talk about what's been going well for you guys here in a really, really good second half of the season.
We've been really focusing on our defense. A lot of time we spend in practice is on defense. We do a lot of shell drill, probably 45 minutes to an hour of it. We know we can score. We have a lot of scorers on our team, but we really wanted to focus on defense because last year at the state tournament we had we were 4 points away from the championship, obviously, and we really lacked our defense, especially on the three. So we've worked really hard to just crank up the intensity on that and just really focus on our defense.
Yeah, you brought up last year's team, which finished second or third in state. I can't remember what third. So you guys come off a third place finish last year in state, and you lose a big time player in Brooke Walker, one of the best scorers in the state. You guys have been great again this season. What's different between last year's team and this year's team?
Obviously, losing Brooke was really, really detrimental to us, but we just have really focused on staying as a team. Last year, we obviously did really good having chemistry. We were really good teammates. That was one of our big things that differed from other teams, is that we played as a team. We have a lot of scorers, obviously, so it gets easy to just want to play one-on-one, but we pass the ball around a lot. Try to just sprinkle out the points, and that's worked for us.
Yeah, and you were an all-state volleyball player, all-state basketball player likely again this season. What do you feel like you've grown in basketball from last year to this year, and how much do you feel like volleyball has helped you out in basketball?
I feel like volleyball helps a lot, obviously, with your jump and stuff. I think it made me a lot stronger just preparing for basketball season, both physically and mentally. I feel like between last year's loss, coming off that loss after not having any losses up until state, was pretty rough, but mentally it just was figuring out how to lose and still learn from it. Volleyball, we lost some games, and it just gets easier every time to just take it and just learn something from it.
Yeah, coming up on the end of the season here. It's been a marathon since the beginning of volleyball until right now. I'm sure you did a lot of circuit stuff in the summer. Are you tired at all? How are the legs coming into this last couple weeks of the season?
A little bit tired, but we got some games to finish. We hopefully got a ring to go get, so I just got to save the being tired until after March, and then I'll get some time off.
Yeah, any big plans for that first week after the season ends?
A whole lot of sleep. Spring break's right after that, so I'm going on vacation, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just got to get the job done first, and then I can relax.
Focused on today and tomorrow.
Yes.
What is so special about this year's team? What do you guys do really well that kind of sets you apart from the rest of the field? Because over the last couple of months, you guys really haven't been challenged. You guys have been dominant for a while now. What do you feel like sets you guys apart from other teams in the area?
I think just our ability to play together, just to stay up. Obviously, we lost a game this year, and it was really tough. But even in that game right afterwards, we came into the locker room, and we were like, it's hard to take a loss like that, but obviously we just want to stay together, just bring one another up. Even in that game when we started to lose or we were down or when we're up by 50, you don't really see the energy waver. It stays the same on the bench, on the court, and so we really just put our pride in that no matter what's happening on the floor, just bringing one another up. Yeah,
and you were a really good player on the basketball floor a year ago. You're also a great volleyball player. For you, what got you into basketball? When did you kind of start to play basketball, and kind of who got you into basketball?
Both my parents played basketball in college. That's how they met. And my mom, my entire growing up, coached at different places and stuff like that. And I played volleyball before I played basketball. But after we moved to Kansas and she was coaching at Hachijunko, I was always watching practices, stuff like that. And so then I just started playing, and then really fell in love with the game.
Yeah. When did you really start to realize, okay, I might be pretty good at basketball? When did things start to slow down and become easier for you as a player?
When probably 7th, 8th grade that summer. I was not very athletic when I was younger, and as I got older, I kind of grew into my body. I was just really lanky and tall. And then as I've gotten older, played more sports, done more weightlifting, stuff like that, I grew into it. And then I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy doing the most on the basketball floor? What do you look forward to when you're set to play a game the next day or go out to practice? What are you looking forward to?
I just really love being with my teammates. I know I've said it, but they're just such good people. All my teammates are just really happy, even on days we don't be here every day. Yesterday we had a snow day, didn't have school, and we still had to come in, and we always find a way to have fun, turn on the music, just talk to each other. I just look forward to seeing my teammates every day.
Yeah. What's your relationship like with your coaching staff? Coach Alexander, very demonstrative. She likes to yell a little bit. She's a lot of fun to watch as a fan. But for you as a player, what's the relationship like with the coaching staff and with Coach Alexander?
Really good. She's a really good coach. She not only focuses on us in the basketball realm of it, but she also works at her school, so she makes sure to check on us, checks on our schooling, make sure that we're doing okay. She doesn't really only worry about us as basketball players, but as people as well, and I really love that from her and the rest of our staff. They're great.
Yeah. Do you have any funny Coach Alexander stories you can tell?
No, but the last game she did almost lose it because she was trying to get a timeout and they would not give her that timeout, and she almost walked out the gym trying to get the timeout. So she's full of energy, she's full of life. Yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah. You're one of the seniors here on a fairly young Andover team. What kind of leadership role do you have on the team as one of the on-court coaches?
I do a lot of telling people where they need to be when we get back on defense, or telling them what play we need to be in. Obviously, our point guards, our 2-point guards, are pretty young. They're both sophomores, and so they're great at what they do, and they lead the floor so well. But sometimes they just need that help. Or when we get into tougher games, it's you see the younger kids' heads drop before you see the older kids' heads drop, and so it's just a matter of bringing them up, making sure that they know that it's everybody's feeling the same thing right now, but you just can't show it.
Yeah. How do you like to prepare for a game, whether that be an hour before the game, 24 hours before a game? Are you listening to music? Are you watching film? What's a preparation leading up to a game look like for you?
We watch film. I watch film throughout the week, but we watch film the day before every game. So after a game day, we watch ourselves, and then the day before a game, we watch the team that we're about to play. So we do a lot of film watching. I listen to music before our games while we're watching the game before us, and then at halftime we go shooting whatever, and then we go back in there and we just turn on a speaker, dance, sing, just get all the jitters out before we go out there, and then we lock in.
Yeah. Who's on aux for the team? Who's got the aux cord?
Bella Budara is on aux. Everybody loves it. She's so good at her job. She does great.
Well, as a sophomore, that's a lot of faith you're putting in a sophomore. How did that come about? I mean, I would imagine that the seniors, it had to take a lot of trust to get a sophomore on the aux.
Well, my first year here was last year too, so I was kind of I was just as new as they were, and I was like, I don't care, it doesn't. And Bella just has great music taste, so we're like, you can be on aux.
I asked our last athlete of the week, who has the worst music taste on the team?
Oh, that's hard. Probably Katie or Anila, because I don't know what kind of music taste they have. But most of us share the same, but sometimes they'll turn on a song and they're like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
So,
when you think back to practice number 1 of this year's season, what were some of the goals you had set out for the team, and do you still feel like some of those are in reach?
Yeah, obviously one of our goals was to go get state, go back to where we were and just finish it out this time. I totally think that's still in reach. We've worked really hard, and I think our record shows that. Not only just to go get state, but to really just have fun. It flies by as a senior. It flies by so fast, and so trying to get them to understand that it's yes, we want to win for sure, but it's to have a good time while you're doing it, because it just goes by so fast.
Yeah, and this can be any sport, but who's one of your favorite athletes to watch? Any sport, any profession, college, professional, who's your favorite athlete to watch?
I like Paige Beckers a lot. I love women's basketball, Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, all of that. Yeah, and I love the Eagles. They just won the Super Bowl, and I love Jalen Hurts. So
that's an unpopular take in these parts.
I know it is, especially here. But big Eagles fan. I love Jalen Hurts.
I'm sure you were the only one coming into school that Monday with a smile on your face.
Absolutely.
What are some of your hobbies outside of basketball and volleyball? What do you like to do to stay busy?
I spend a lot of time with my friends, even though basketball and volleyball takes up a lot of my time. I also have a lot of younger sisters, so I just spend a lot of time with family and friends.
Yeah. What's an interesting fact about you? Maybe a hidden talent or something that somebody may not know about you?
I don't know. I don't think I have any hidden talents. I can spin the ball on my finger.
Okay.
I don't think that's hidden, but I can do that.
Yeah. That's good enough for me. Well, Aliyah, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on being our Athlete of the Week for a second time this year.
Thank you so much.